Let me start with the first. The irregularities and the corruption in the tender process for the 49 crore renovation of the Kala Academy. This has been given without any financial bid, without any technical bid, without any tender, which is unheard of in a government project. It has been given on a nomination basis, in a partisan manner, on a pick and choose basis from Tecton Builders in a firm in Andheri. And the PWD, if you see their estimate, the estimate has vague headings. What are the headings? Electrical works, acoustic works, structural repairs. Normally, we have line items when you do a detailed estimate, which tells you what the costing is. There is no line item. It has been done without any tender whatsoever. The estimate is approximately 44 crores. The amount includes a maintenance charge of 7.5% being given to Tecton Builders, which is approximately 2.7 crores over 5 years. There's also a 3% contingency charge of 1.3 crores, which is unheard of in a public project because you've done it before the work has even been started. And the funniest part about this is that on the 12th of April 2021, the PWD issued a letter to Tecton Builders saying, are you willing to undertake this work? On the same day, Tecton gives a letter saying, yes, we are willing. How can the PWD issue a letter requesting work on one day and Tecton give the answer the same day? Were Tecton Builders sitting inside the PWD meeting? You mean to tell me there has been no kickback given for this project? 49 crores of government money being given without a tender process. The third issue, very important issue, irregularities in the granting of 3 corridor projects within the Moy Forest. Now, the Moy Forest is one of the area's 36 global biodiversity hotspots, globally, not just in India. It is home to a tiger corridor, home to 800 plant species, home to innumerable bird and butterfly species. What do we see? On 7th April 2020, when all of India is under lockdown, central government, Environment Minister Mr. Javadekar grants virtual clearance to 3 projects. And the Chief Minister does even better than that. Mr. Sawant calls all the people to his house to give the clearance. So virtual clearance plus home clearance is given to 3 projects. One is the double tracking of the railway line from Castle Rock to Vasco, mainly for one purpose, to transport coal for Mr. Adani. Second, in the first project, 21,000 trees are being felled in the protected forest. The second project is the 4-laning of the National Highway 4A through 13 kilometers. 12,100 trees are being felled for this. The third is the Goa-Tanmar transmission project. This is through the forest area, you're including a substation and a badminton court. And you are felling again over 20,000 trees inside the protected area. So this Moy National Park and the Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Forest is one of 36 global hotspots. The Central Empowered Committee of the Supreme Court gave a report to the Supreme Court in April 2021 saying there is no justification whatsoever for these projects within the protected area. The second issue is that of the heritage structure, which is the land within the ASI protected area in Old Goa, in Velada, Goa, that I visited yesterday. There was an old lodge over 51 square meters, which is 500 square feet, in the land belonging to the Pintos. If you see the ASI report, it's a ground floor small hut meant for storing coconuts, made of traditional materials. ASI very strictly says that repair can only be done to the original structure. There can be no reconstruction, there can be no new construction. District Collector gives a report fraudulently saying there's a 397 square meter existing structure, which is against the ASI report. In April 2021, the existing structure, the hut, is demolished. And today in November, a 8,000 square feet villa, 840 square meters villa, BJP politicians, Manish Munot, who is a developer in Bombay with BJP connections, treasurer of, I think, the Goa Forward Party, they have set this up. Now, what I want to ask is this, that given that the ASI report has clearly said that no reconstruction is allowed, what are people doing? Today, somebody has gone on hunger strike. It is right next to the St. Cajetan Church, next to the Viceroy's Arch. The feast is on the 3rd. All the pilgrims are going there. I'm asking the government of Goa, asking the Chief Minister, asking the Prime Minister, how are you allowing this? So, as with all of these issues, who do we ask the questions to? Do I ask Mr. Sawant? But in Goa, there is no Mukhyamantri. There is a Mahamantri whose name everybody is scared to take, Mr. Satish Dhond. He's unofficially known as the Sangathan Mantri. The Mahamantri, Mr. Sawant, is the puppet. Mr. Dhond is controlling everything. How is this person, Mr. Dhond, who is not a minister, who has not taken the oath of secrecy, how is he entering government meetings? Number one. I would ask the Prime Minister to ask the North Goa MP, Mr. Shripad Nayak, what really happened in Nova Goa Hotel that Mr. Nayak knows and why he was not allowed to be Chief Minister. Another thing, Goa is a state where almost every tourism project, every tourism contract is given to Shetty Brothers of Vasco, is given to Vincent Graphics, is given to Vincent Travels, who are in close cahoots with Mr. Satish Dhond. Who's asking these questions? When I come here, people tell me, is hammam mein to sab nange hai. Nobody dares to ask questions in Goa because everybody is mixing with everybody. But the Trinamool is here to ask questions of Mr. Sawant, of Mr. Dhond and of the BJP at the center to ask what is happening in Goa. We would like some answers and the time is now.